My microphone's muted. Oh yeah. Lord have fucking mercy. Okay, so I like how I got to redo all this shit now. All right, do finally. All right. All right, we should be good. All right, now we should be good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. I'm so glad that we are finally here with this now. Okay. Okay. Now we are live with this shit. I'm so glad that it's only been like 30 minutes since I cut this camera off and have to try again. And not like an hour and 30 or 2 hours because again I haven't like slept and I have like shit I have to do today. So I'm so glad that they didn't like drop their stuff back on like 3 p.m. If they would have did that, I don't even know what I would have done. Why the you know what my sister says? I'm so glad I checked this. My sister says Sugar Rocky versus Mahito. God dang it. I'm so glad I caught on to that. All right. Yeah. So glad that I caught that. All right. This should be good now. The death battle, right? Yeah, it's premiering. All right. Okay. Now, me personally, I got Ash winning this because, you know, Pokemon are just kind of busted like that. So. Wait, what's the time for the countdown? 2 minutes. Man, fuck. Yeah. Shit. I forgot about that. Okay. I forgot that they typically have a 2 minute timer at there. Let me at least see what the chat is saying. Most people are saying Ash. No, I've seen a couple of Yugis. Might donate $5. I can't even see that as it. Yo, I can't imagine having a chat move like this constantly, and people donate money. We want to be the very beat. This motherfucker donated $1 just to misspell best. I know, yo. Can't wait to see Ash donate. Like, I can't imagine my chat moving this fast all the time. Because I just have to deal with the dilemma of people donating money, like the hard-earned money or their parents' hard-earned money, for me to see their comment just for me to not see that shit because it flew by in like 3 seconds. And that's just the people that's actually like spending money in the chat. The regular people, I can't read all this shit. There's somebody out there. Oh, you know, at $5. He said this year death battle has been phenomenal. Cheers to the next death battle. Okay. Yeah, like the regular people. Like there's somebody in this chat right now that whole life can probably be changed if like death battle knowledge.
Right, Pikachu?
Don't get ahead of
yourself. But can't even see their message. Anyway.
Fight! Ash Ketchum versus Yugi Muto.
The biggest question
I
from
noticed
the
a little
playground.
slight change.
Pokemon or
I noticed the
Yu-Gi-Oh?
animation they
He's
have when they
whiz
pop
and
in.
I'm boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Again, I got Ash winning because I mean
This
Pokemon
is a
are pretty
big
busted.
episode. Just look at how long it is. So thanks to our sponsor, Mad Mushroom, for
You
helping
said look
us make
how
it happen.
long it is.
Yeah, go check
Sir,
out
I
Mad
can't see the
Mushroom's
time.
newest
How long are you
game,
gonna be here
Night
for?
Swarm. It just launched and it's all about action.
Collect companions and
This must be a very, very, very long episode because apparently this episode was so big, like the file for this episode was so large that it got uploaded late. And they're saying, look how long this episode. I'm gonna be real with you. This may not be an hour long. I'm gonna keep it just so for real, y'all. There's no reason for this episode to be any longer than a typical death battle.
World of Pokemon.
Oh, the kids get their first one at age 10. If you don't sleep in like Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town.
Ash wanted to be a Pokemon master, though he didn't really know what that meant.
He's been
How
10
about
for
taking
25
down your
plus
rivals
years.
to be the very best?
He's
like no one
4'7"?
ever was. Better than
But fuck
Gary
these
and his
Pokemon
dumb
battles. That's
groupies.
actually
Well, Ash
boxing the
knew
ring,
he'd
bro.
find his answers at the Pokemon League
That's
tournament.
Ketchum District
So
to the
Oak hooked
15.
him up with the electric mouse, Pikachu. And went, he's your problem now, stupid.
Pikachu was a lot. The new duo
I
had
hope
a
you wanna have
rocky
this, like,
start,
live chat
but
up
after
at the
an
same
intense
time.
first day together, the rest,
Kinda
as they
makes
say,
this shit a little
is
bit better.
history.
25 seasons, over 1,200 episodes, and the cornerstone of 2000's culture. Ash spent decades as a 10-year-old on the great Pokemaniac journey.
We should note we are prioritizing the anime that Ash is from, which often differs from the original games that inspired it.
Ash is equipped with tons of Pokeballs and an all-knowing
edits are
Pokedex.
slick.
That's also a Pokemon. But in a fight, Ash usually chooses Pikachu. Give the yellow red enough voltage and
Type
you'll
electric,
regret it. Even
static,
ground types that
moveset,
would be immune
loves
to
Ketchum.
electric attacks in the games can't stop
That doesn't
what
help
this
the fact
Pikachu
that this
dishes
motherfucker
out.
name
Yet
is Ash
somehow
Ketchum.
Ash is just fine after repeatedly getting zapped by this same electricity. Over time, Pikachu learned Volt Tackle, Electro Web, Electro Ball, and
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt.
Yeah, I'm
The
not gonna lie.
perfect attack for
Ash was a
outcoming
better
flamboyant
Pokemon trainer
thieves
than
and air
me.
balloons.
I would have been
Looks
had him
like
evolve
they're
the
blasting
Raichu.
off again.
so clearly the anime doesn't follow the game rules. Like when Pikachu shot himself with his own thunder while on Swellow, who, you know, is vulnerable to lightning.
But somehow they used Thunder as a super armor. He even learned how to deflect attacks by just spinning really fast. Whee!
Speaking of fast,
Maybe that
Pikachu
should
has
smash.
intercepted lightning, but Quick Attack increases that speed
Well, actually, I think
even
he
more.
does.
And his
Feels
Iron
like
Tail
his
really
down
pairs well with Ash's
attack.
offensive style. The guy plays crazy, opting for big damage over stalling.
Ash's style is so unusual that when a robot scanned his tactics, it exploded.
As the great
don't know if
philosophers
that's
put
compliment or an
if it
insult.
works, is it still stupid?
Ash and Pikachu's bond is magnetic and brought them new allies. Misty, Brock, Serena, just to name a few. Underneath the stubbornness and crispy bikes, they are loyal friends.
Just like Ash's Pokemon. They're not just collecting dust in a shiny hunting box. Ash's League ID won't let him carry more than 6 at a time, but if he needs them, they'll all come running.
Water types like Squirtle and Lapras are key in seafaring fights, and Ash can combine their water attacks with Glalie Ice Beam.
One time, his Weasel got frozen while using Aqua Jet, which is fine. Now he's using Ice Aqua Battering Ram.
Grass types like Bulbasaur and Torterra induce status effects and heal with synthesis.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I
Sometimes a
love
menace.
Bulbasaur, bro.
Yeah, so you got a
Bulbasaur
big,
was always the
scary, dark
Pokemon I
ride.
picked
Eat this
between
sleep blade,
Charizard and
Smeargle
Squirtle.
victim. Or that's what I would say if Tobias did an action replay of
He's like
freaking
one of the few
Latios.
people that
My
actually
man will
pick
win, Four
Bulbasaur.
Kids.
Well, 4Kids just did the localization. They didn't write the show.
They just get me heated. Almost as much as Infernape's Flare Blitz. Then I'll set my Inferno to overdrive, get my revenge, and Incineroar. Haha!
Ash had a fiery passion for reaching the top ASAP, but Charizard wasn't on board. Pursuing pride over packs, Ash lost the Viridian Force for the trees and fumbled the Indigo League.
Harsh lesson, but one he needed. Ash started bonding with Pokemon at a deeper level, and that friendship motivated them to dodge light speed moves like Solar Beam and Psybeam.
Charizard came around too. He's the last one you want to see on the field. Even if you have a Blastoise like Gary, Ash will call for the most unexpected signature move.
Seismic Toss! The people's elbow of Pokemon. Charizard's so strong, his flamethrower melts boulders. The Pokemon world is wild.
Ash's Pokedex spells it out. Vanillix causes blizzards. Magikarp leaps over mountains and into space. Dusknoir pulls souls into the spirit world.
Oh, and
What in
Pikachu
the
cleared
hell?
a storm
This
as
ain't
wide
full
as an
souls to
island.
Spirit
Gotta
Realm?
catch 'em all. Surfetch, Butterfree, Heracross, Scraggy, Lycanroc, Palpitoad, Torkoal, Snivy.
With new regions, soar new flying types like Pidgeot. On land, Ash has physical offense like Melmetal and Crocodile, and Gibble will drop Draco Meteors on anyone, but mainly Piplup.
You want physical? Look at Ash. This twerp somehow carried around a Cosmoem, which canonically weighs over a ton. Oh, and this huge log that's basically a whole tree? He chucked it like it was nothing. Ash can choose his own hands if he wants, and he does a lot. Maybe his secret is watching the Minnesota Vikings.
Resilience is the bare minimum
the
to
Minnesota
HMO and
Vikings,
cut
though.
it in the tall grass. Humans and Pokemon must protect and enrich each other's lives.
Like Mimey, the Mr. Mime back home who mind boggles you with Reflect, Light Screen, and Psychic. Yep, that Mr. Mime, the stepdad who Ash caught in a Pokeball and brought home. Oh, so that's how it works.
Ash figured out new ways to bond with his pals with Aura. It's a life force that interacts with souls and links Ash with Lucario.
This Jackal excels at CQC and shoots steel beams and aura spheres. And with Mega Evolution, Lucario's power surges
You know,
enough to
Lucario
defeat
gotta be like a
champion
top 5
Cynthia's
Pokemon in my
Garchomp.
Mega
opinion.
would have been handy at the Safari Zone when Ash accidentally caught 30 Tauros.
My boy,
And he
Lucario. I wonder
keeps
who's I like more,
hugging
Lucario or
them.
Greninja?
Ash,
No, I like
they're
Lucario.
bulls.
Ash genuinely loves his little guys, but boy does it suck to see him lose the Pokemon League over and over again. Kid, just turn the hat backwards and lock in.
Ash's strength is not
no.
in
How
battle
about you
theory,
turn that
but his
McDonald's
nurturing
hat forward
bond.
and get some work,
He knows
buddy?
Pokemon feelings better than anyone.
And may that be cut
With
out for you,
Greninja,
Ash.
Ash learned to synchronize their senses and
Ah,
movements,
Greninja,
transforming
the
him
fucking
into
goat
Ash
himself.
Greninja.
It comes with a huge power increase, but there's a catch. Ash shares Greninja's pain. A small price to pay for the ultimate water shuriken.
Ash Greninja ran
shares
the
his
ones with
pain?
Champion Diantha's Mega Gardevoir.
That's not good.
And just a normal Gardevoir can conjure
Bro,
black
you know how
holes.
much shit
Ash's
you can hit with?
Pokemon and teamwork get along like rice balls and jelly-filled donuts. They saved the world from Lysander, who tried to kill all life. They fought the giants, the Reggie kind, not the New York ones, who halted Reggie Gigas, who can tow entire regions.
Ash's team battled Steven Stone and Alon, who fought the terraforming primal forms of Groudon and Kyogre.
Yeah, don't get me started on Alon. Ash did everything right, but no, Greninja still lost to his Charizard after only getting hit 3 times. How does Blastburn beat Water Shuriken?
To be fair,
Get
that
your type
Charizard
charts
Mega
right,
Evolution is
poor
kind of
kids.
busted.
Boomstick 4 kids weren't even
Like, I've
around
heard
anymore
that
when this
Charizard
aired.
Mega Evolution is like
Regardless,
dumb
after his
crazy.
loss at Kalos, Ash traveled to Alola and beyond to train. And thanks to some really delicious soup, his new Gengar Gigantamaxed.
Hide you, Gengar! He haunts foes with G-Max Terror, or even swallows them up. I bet it smells nasty in there.
Ash and Pikachu also scored a buff with their Z move. All they need is a Power Ring, some JoJo poses, and Thunderbolt will evolve into...
Do they actually hit a
10
JoJo
million
pose?
volt
I wouldn't be
thunderbolts.
surprised.
This
JoJo is so
Rainbow Lightning
influential
is
as
their
possible.
ace. You see this coming? You're cooked. Absorb electricity? Cooked. Fused with an Ultra Beast? Cooked.
Ash
All right,
journeyed
play
so
some
much
bets.
that
Who we got,
monsters
ladies
from
and
another
gentlemen? What's
dimension
good,
are
Zerbo?
nothing to him.
I got Ash still
Naganadel
winning
is a
this.
poisonous sniper, and Solgaleo is basically the Sun God, a legendary
Basically
Pokemon
the
whose
Sun
Sun
God.
Steel Strike lights up the universe.
Ash
Last
got a
two
god
pop
in
up
his
every
bag for
episode.
just being a nice dude. Smell you later, Gary.
In fact, when Ash and
Ash
friends
is
band
Pokemon
together,
dodge
they
light
can
speed
halt
attacks. Yeah, it's
Dialga's
probably gonna
roar
be
of
Ash.
time. And Dialga
Oh, Zerbo's
literally
in a 3-screen
controls the
streak.
concept
Hey,
of
shout out
time.
to Zerbo.
Is there a legendary
Fucking W.
Pokemon he hasn't befriended?
But it all started with Pikachu, so it was gonna end with Pikachu. In the Tournament of Champions and Alon, Ash faced the #1 trainer. Finally, Finally, after 3,000 years, we're free! 4 kids, let my boy win! Yes!
Finally.
Sure.
Well, you've been
Ash
10
did
for
his
25
best,
plus
and he
years.
had
It's
no
about time you
regrets.
finally won.
Now free to hand over his torch to new
About
bright-eyed
time this
trainers.
30-year-old
Ash realized
grown-ass
that
man
to him,
won.
a Pokemon Master was someone who was friends with
Pikachu just
every
OP
Pokemon.
for no reason and
So
didn't even
he and
evolve.
Pikachu threw a
Dude.
stick in the air and walked the
Hold
way
on.
it landed.
Let me-
because in the world of
let
Pokemon,
me make sure they finish
the
talking.
journey continues.
Alright, they're done. Ash is such a better trainer than me. I'm telling you, I would have
If you
made.
want to travel,
I would have forced Pikachu to evolve. Fuck all that.
it's for you.
This battle is sponsored by Quince.
I would listen, bro. I would have forced Pikachu to evolve the Raichu, man. I think Raichu is so good, bro. Do you know how strong Pikachu would have been if he would have evolved the Raichu? Shit, shit. I ain't gonna lie, man. I would have had a nice little talk with Pikachu. I'm like, look here, man. Like, just go ahead and evolve for your boy. Chill, go ahead and evolve for your boy. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, bro. I always thought growing up that was the craziest shit. The very moment I found out about Raichu's existence, I was like, Ash, what are you doing? Why don't you have a talk with your Pokemon and tell them to fucking fucking evolve to a grown ass man and turn to Raichu, bro? Like, come on, Danny. But that's just me, though. You know, that's just me. You know.
E.com/
Also, why is a Raichu in Smash? I would have preferred Raichu than like Fire Emblem character number 37. But, you know.
Many a theorist have tried to
Is that a
solve the
pussy?
mystery of
Oh.
ancient Egypt.
I'm sorry.
What was the secret to such a
I'm sorry.
glorious
It's
civilization?
early in the morning.
Time
for me.
travel? The divine hand? Aliens? Nah, they were gamers.
Egyptians played games with sorcery. These magical ceremonies punished dark hearts with swift death. The Shadow Game.
No, Wiz, they were banished to the Shadow Realm. Wink.
Sadly, the way of the Shadow Games was lost across time, and the pieces of the
My
Millennium
brother in
Puzzle.
Christ, right?
Instead, the one who solves the puzzle would pass judgment
you
on
probably do.
evil. And
You
in the
probably
modern
do.
day, Yugi
Listen,
Muto
for me, it's
reassembled
early in
it
the morning,
and wished
man.
for
I
a
thought it
friend.
was a vagina.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn that jam up! Yugi was a shy kid that helped run his grandpop's game shop.
But little did he know that completing the puzzle would link his spirit
Listen,
to an ancient pharaoh.
These guys are pretty short. Like, fuck all this dueling and Pokemon battling. I hit you with an uppercut.
So,
just like for real,
Anime
bro. Like,
Jigsaw.
fuck all that
Yami wants
shit,
to
nigga.
play a Shadow Game.
Whether
What
it's
is that?
Brittle Air Hockey, Mario Party with Chloroform, or the game that would take his world and ours by storm, Duel Monsters.
It's a summoner's war. Time to send monsters to the graveyard and take your foe down to 0 life points.
When Yugi's grandpa was kidnapped by the deranged CEO Seto Kaiba, Yugi knew it was time to knock him down the only way he knows how. Playing a
Yo,
children's card
Yugi
game.
gotta
And
have
for
one of
his
the
help,
best
Kaiba was given
haircuts
a
in
penalty
anime.
game. Lose or cheat
How
against
much gel do
Yami
you
at
think
your
he
own
used to
peril.
keep that
With
hair
the
in place?
puzzle, Yami can punish you in some seriously messed
Oh,
up
yeah,
ways.
he's good.
Illusions of being set on fire, swapping your soul, or the infamous Mind Crush.
The Millennium Puzzle does far more than force hallucinations. It brings monsters to reality, forms
Now,
barriers,
between the two,
manipulates
I definitely
probability,
like
and
Yugi
seals
a
away
lot
spirits.
more than
You
Ash.
can't buy
But I
this.
still think Ash is
It
gonna
and
win.
6 other Millennium items are juiced up by Ghost.
Despite Yami's retribution, Yugi wasn't aware of this darker half. Yami had amnesia, so he didn't know himself either. But after a run-in with enemy Millennium Ring user Dark Bakura and some seriously hardcore LARPing, Yugi and Yami learned each other's shtick and made the dynamic duo.
With friends Taya, Tristan, and their left leg Joey, Yugi and Yami were ready for anything.
Because Yugi had a great early deck. Monsters for offense, spells for effects, and traps for setups. Oh, and Exodi... Oh, there they go.
Okay, if Yugi's deck is so good, why isn't it the meta? Put me in, coach. Face my
You know, I used to have
2000 card
Yu-Gi-Oh
deck.
cards
Don't be too
whenever I
quick
was
to judge.
younger.
Yugi's
I never
a
tried to
very
duel it
clever
with somebody.
strategist. His
That's
style
because
works best
I
at
was a very
maximizing the
emotional
use of
child. If
so-called
I would have
terrible
lost, I'd be ready to
cards.
fight.
Yeah, cool story, Wiz. But what's he gonna do about the 3 blue eyes
no,
Kaiba's got
seriously,
aiming at his
yeah.
dome?
Simple. Summon the monster card Karibo and have him multiply. With a 1,000 strong meat shield, a dragon's breath is a
The
gentle breeze.
1,000 strong meat
okay.
shield.
Didn't know Yugi had that
I wasn't
dog in
familiar
him.
with
But
that
I'm
one,
about
sir.
brute force. Buster Blader and Celtic Guardian
That boy
are
got a
sick
meat
nasty
shield.
swordsmen. Summon Skull shoots bolts of lightning, and the giant soldier of stone can
Why didn't
destroy
I-
moons.
Time Wizard's better. It's a living clock that fast forwards or rewinds a local area of time,
Why
turning
didn't I just
monsters to
randomly
infants or
comment this guy
wizards into
feats
wise
stream?
sages.
What the
Speaking
hell?
of wizardry, you can't have a Yugi deck without his right
Control
hand,
moves,
Dark
dark magic,
Magician, and
yeah.
his apprentice, Dark Magician Girl.
Both are masters of dark
I just
magic, and
realized she
Yugi often
commented
pairs
that.
them with
Where
the
did she
damage
comment
redirecting
that?
magic cylinder. Now that's thinking with portals.
There's support monsters too.
Nah, I don't
Turtle
know
is a
how
bot
long
with a
ago you
cannon
commented
literally
that, but
launches
hello.
other monsters.
I didn't even
And when
see you
Yugi
inside that
comboed it
chat.
with Gaia and Swords of Revealing Light, which immobilizes monsters, they brought down an entire fortress. Wait, that's not how the card game works. Is he cheating?
Well, we're prioritizing the manga and anime over anything else, which can differ from the real-world card game.
Yugi also has tons of spell cards. Monster Reborn resurrects a fallen friend. Turn Jump is a time skip. And Pot of Greed lets Yugi draw 2 more cards, like Pot of Greed, which lets him draw 2 more cards, like...
If things
Yo.
get dicey, he has more trap cards
I'm
to level
sorry.
the field,
That
like
Pot of
Dimension
Greed
Sphinx, which
card,
reflects damage
it
directly
be
back
frying
at
me
the
every time
opponent's
I
life
see it.
points.
And
It
if his
became a
monsters
meme,
and
and
life
I
points
just
get
can't
wiped,
get it out
he
of my
can
head
just
now.
press
Shit,
Control
I'm
Z
scamming
with
shit now.
Mirage Ruler to get them all back.
Pair these cards with Yugi and Yami's teamwork, and nothing could stand in their way. Not even the game's own creator, Pegasus.
Get this, Pegasus can read minds. So in their duel, Yugi and Yami kept swapping souls Freaky Friday style, trusting each other to pick up on the strategies they left behind. And the mind reader was stumped. Yeah, they cheated.
No, Pegasus was reading their minds. Regardless, Yugi and Yami
Cheating
are an
bum.
excellent dueling
Cause they
pair.
cheat.
Yami
Listen,
trusts
I'm
Yugi
be
to
honest with
improve
you.
on his
I'll be
plans,
cheating
while
too.
Yugi
Okay,
expects Yami
this
to
shit
be
get
his
real
older
serious
half.
in these
They're
universes.
not
I'll be
just
cheating
smart.
as well.
These card-slinging geeks are somehow expected to be fit enough to dodge lasers, resist getting their souls ripped out, and survive attacks from duel monsters. Even the most common duel monster can cause tsunamis, rain down meteors, and wreck cities.
And all of this power
That's ain't
culminated
enough to
in
beat
Battle
ass, for
City,
sure.
hosted by Kaiba Corp.
Because Kaiba really wanted that salty run back against his rival.
Salt only surpassed by Yami's biggest hater, Merrick, who wanted the 3 Egyptian god cards to take him out. These cards were Slifer, the Electric Dragon, Ra, the God Phoenix, and Obelisk, who strikes with the power
This
of
data better be
infinity.
mind-boggling. I will hope so.
Ballgame
Apparently,
altogether,
this death
but
battle's gonna
Yugi
be
was
like
starting
really
to stand
long.
on his
So
own 2 feet.
So Yami and Yugi kept dueling on in a battle city that never wants to end. Or stop bullying Joey. But to claim the Egyptian gods, Yugi and
Now,
Yami
how
had
long
to
is this
face
death battle?
them
We
in
don't know,
duels,
but they say it's
pulling
gonna be
off
longer
some
than usual,
ridiculously
so.
high IQ plays.
When battling Slifer, they used a handful of weak cards to create an infinite combo of attacks that went past the god's limits.
And later, Yugi combined Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl's magic into Black Burning magic, promptly defeating Ra.
This ain't new for the magicians. In the movie Bonds Beyond Time, they did something similar against Paradox. It's kinda crazy that together, the magicians can defeat the 10-star gods, which are way stronger than mid-tier monsters that are 5 to 9 stars.
Okay,
Mid-tier
now that-
cards
that
aren't
may actually be
pushovers.
enough to beat
Darkhold
ass.
Dragon is a sentient black hole, planet alignment moves solar systems, and Jaden's Glow Neos destroyed a relativity field that spawned an entire universe.
But
All
at
right,
the
see,
top
now
would be the
we're-
great
now
evil
we're
god
entering the
Zork,
territory
who showed up
that
to plunge
I was afraid we
existence
was
into
gonna
the realm
enter.
of darkness. It was time for Yugi to finish the puzzle of who Yami really is.
If the monsters weren't real before, they sure were now. Everyone has soul energy. Ba,
Yeah, Dragon
which
Ball never
manifests
reached,
as
yeah.
Ka,
See,
or
now-
the
now we're
spirit.
entering some
When
weird
used in
territory.
tandem with the bonds of his cards, Yugi can will duel monsters into reality, even drawing anyone he wishes by believing in the heart of the cards.
I knew it! He's been cheating all this time! He doesn't just make up rules, he's stacking his deck!
Not at all. For Yugi, drawing the card he needs isn't just luck, it's an actual skill that he developed. It's even expanded in following series like GX and 5Ds.
Okay, well, I'd be the king of games too if I could just decide I have a royal flush every round.
Whatever. Yami rediscovered his Egyptian past, his multiple lifelong bonds, and his real name, Atem. Claiming his place as the ruler of the afterlife, Atem fused the
Bro,
Egyptian
usually
god
Drip
cards to
goes so
summon
hard.
Harakti,
Listen, I
the
think
creator
Ash
of
gonna
light.
win, but if
She's
usually
the
will the win, I
ultimate
wouldn't be
duel
mad at
monster
that.
who
I really
banishes
want
Zork
for
and
him to
all of
win,
his
to be
scary
honest.
darkness for good. The epitome of, screw you, I win.
No kidding, for Harakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's multiverse with that same light. Judgment had passed. Across many duels, evil was vanquished. There was only one more thing left to do.
A post-game boss duel between Yugi and Atem.
Their farewell was both climactic and bittersweet. Yugi had grown as a duelist and a person. His victory proved that he no longer needed a Tem's help to be his bolder half.
Even when a Tem was an entire dimension away or busy slapping the end of existence, he and Yugi would always be bros. Okay, it should have been me, not him. I'm sorry I called you a cheater. I was jealous. You're so cool.
Yugi moved on to a career in game design and passed the torch to future duelists. He would be remembered as the greatest duelist there ever was.
Now we're getting to the multiverse.
Except to Kaiba,
Yeah.
who tried to ascend to the
Yeah.
afterlife
You know what?
through
I may
rematch
want
attempt.
to reconsider
Goes to
my
show you that
statement.
money
I
can't buy
think
you
that maybe
happiness,
Yugi
but
may
it
win.
sure can buy you
But
a
I
sweet
prefer
rocket
it that
ship.
way,
There will
honestly.
always be another story, another duel, another game, and you won't find yourself a better opponent than the king of games.
Right before work, what's good, Jotaro? I'm just here just for the
The
death battle
Battle of the
reaction.
Millennium is
That's
about to
literally
start,
it.
but we wouldn't be able to
Fuck
make it
you,
happen
Sage.
without.
This isn't the full live stream, Jotaro. I'm just here just for the death battle reaction. So once this death battle cuts off, I'm gonna cut off as well. I haven't went to sleep just yet. So you know. But the actual full live stream is gonna come later on today. So you definitely should be home for that one.
Con is a longtime sponsor of our show.
Sleep,
and
nigga?
for good
Oh, I
reason.
definitely
They
am.
have
Well, I
over
have to
3 million
turn
customers
this
who are getting premium
this
sound quality for
death
half
battle
the
reaction
price.
to short
And
form
if you don't like
content.
your earbuds,
Then after
they
that,
have
I'm
a
gonna go to
30-day
sleep.
guarantee, so there's practically no risk.
They're lightweight, last up to 8 hours on one charge, and with multi-point connection, I can wirelessly hook them up to multiple devices. So they're super handy.
The essential open earbuds are here for the holiday season, and they're selling fast. Raycon audio products are up to 20% off this holiday season. Just click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/deathbattleopen to save on Raycon audio products site-wide. Order by December 15th to guarantee delivery by Christmas, because great gifts shouldn't show up late.
All
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
Before we
Speaking
start,
of, I got
let's
6
lay
hours
some
shift, so
ground
I'll be
rules.
home.
We're treating this
Let's
as
see
a
your
real-time
eye catch
fight,
later on,
much like
Jotaro.
typical battles in the Pokemon anime and duels later on in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. And given that the rules of Pokemon and duel monsters are clearly incompatible, we'll allow them to summon anything that's reasonably available to them.
It's time to
Alright, so they basically just said that these niggas can quite literally do whatever they want to do. Gotcha. I think Yugi may win, but I'm surprised Ash did. Well, they basically just said that they can pretty much summon anything they ever had disposal of. Alright, I like how they're doing this. That was a really smooth intro to this fight. The only thing it's missing is for the iconic announce the year fight. I hate the fact they stopped doing that.
This 4-on-4 is tricky. Hang in there!
You have Spirit, but I have Lightning Blade and Excalibur to boost my attack, and I set one card face down to end my turn.
Whoa! Okay, guys, it's our turn now. Pikachu, throw him off with quick attack. Everyone else, back him up!
Bro, can you imagine how much it'll probably cost to watch this like battle happen in a stadium? Boy,
Great job!
tickets so expensive.
Thunderbolt!
Don't get ahead of yourself. You forgot about my face down card.
Yeah.
Rise, Dimension Snake!
Yeah, I think Yugi's gonna win, to be honest, and I kind of want him to win. Yeah, definitely not. See, I changed my mind on Ash winning. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Good thing we brought them all, right, Pikachu?
What do you mean, them all?
Yeah, so about that, this motherfucker Ash probably has like over a billion Pokemon.
I choose you!
Now, if Charizard goes Mega Evolution, it may become a serious problem. Is that a Incineroar? Oh, I love Incineroar. Ash, what are you doing on top of Charizard now? You get your ass squashed in this fight. Fucking Lucario's out there. Where's Greninja? I didn't see Greninja yet. Damn, I forgot Mega Evolution was a thing. Yeah. If Charizard turns Mega Evolution, this death battle may go south for Yugi. Oh, shoot. Is that the little sun god he was talking about? Yo, the people in the crowd eating good. They got their money worth, fam. Fuck the World Cup, nigga. Check this out. Oh, I'm about to switch person. Oh, I thought about to switch personalities. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. So is the winner of this fight gonna kill the loser, or is the Pokemon just gonna die? Okay, it looks like they're gonna try to kill the users.
Partner. Don't worry. It's my turn now.
This is the part when Yugi pulls out like some bullshit.
In the heart of the cards.
Shit, yeah. This is the part where he pours out like, yeah.
Who's that Pokemon?
Yep, it's over with.
Goddess of light. This is it.
Unless Ash has Arceus in his back pocket, I don't think he's winning this. Yeah, that's not gonna be enough. Yeah, that's not gonna be enough, man. Yeah, it's GG's. GG's. Back to our lobby, fam.
Pikachu, let's finish this together.
What the hell you finna do? What?
10 million volt Thunderbolt!
Baby boy, that ain't gonna be enough. That is not gonna be enough.
You activated my trap card, Magic Cylinder.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's over with now.
Attack your light points directly.
Yep. Yep. To be expected. To be expected. Just like that one Pokemon movie. Oh, that reminded me of that one Pokemon movie.
Awesome duel, Ash.
Was that a reference? I think I caught that reference. Yo. Yeah, that's to be expected.
Whiz, quick! I need your tears. We can save him.
They did reference that Pokemon movie.
Experience, strategy, and monsters. Starting with experience, both Ash and Yugi have risen to the top, beating the best of the best, and traveled all over the world.
The very moment they start talking about like Yugi fight against like these people just like creating a universe and like farting out multiverses, yeah,
Even
I knew
Tim's
it was
stint
GG.
as the Pharaoh doesn't tip the scale since he wasn't in charge for very long. Plus, Pokemon evolve over time, literally and figuratively. While Yugi's deck is obviously adjustable, the cards are unchanging, unable to grow.
Not gonna lie, they
Ash's
didn't
Pokemon.
feel any
So
longer
Ash
have death
wins
battles.
in experience,
It didn't.
But when it comes to
It didn't.
strategy, he's
In my mind, I'm sitting back thinking, I was like, okay, when is the long part of this death battle gonna kick in? But they said the death battle is longer than usual.
Yugi. Gotta remember, Yugi and Atem's teamwork is second to none. They're masters at exploiting weaknesses, setting up tricks, and surprising foes with so-called weak cards.
Both could likely adjust to each other's unpredictability, so a Dark Horse-style win was unlikely.
But Ash's secret weapon is his bond with his Pokemon, boosting their power. I'm not just talking about Pikachu. His power of friendship invented an evolution for Greninja. That's crazy. Ash's
That's actually-
trust
that
in his
actually is kinda
Pokemon
crazy.
knows no limits.
Silly as it may sound, Yugi trusts his deck in the same way. The heart of the cards is real, and Yugi is determined to support his monsters with spells, traps, and buffs. Look at his duels with Merrick and Paradox, where he bolstered his weaker cards to take down gods. With Ba and Ka, his bonds with his cards manifest them into reality, not so dissimilar from Ash Greninja.
Yeah, Ash has
Alright,
aura,
that's
but
valid.
he never mastered it. And
Oh,
specialties
what happened
like
to that
Mega
guy?
Evolution and Gigantamax, while also
Hey, what happened to that
only
one
work
guy
with
that was in
specific
YouTube
Pokemon.
chat?
And since Ash focuses on offense
Buddy
far
had
more
said
than
that
support,
he was rooting
Yugi
for
can
Ash. Like, he
control
don't know
the
what
pace of
Ash
the
gonna
fight
do
with
if he
cards like
loses.
Swords of
I
Revealed
wonder what
Light
happened
and
to that
Magic
guy.
Cylinder.
Some of you are asking.
I wonder how he's feeling.
The kid's strong enough to chug
Yeah.
trees and lift baby gods. Just
What
punch
type
him,
of
man.
little
Well,
pony power
Yugi's
friendship
similarly
bullshit?
tough, and the
Listen,
Millennium Puzzle can make shields,
listen, the
steal
power of
ghosts,
friendship shouldn't be new
cast
to us by
illusions,
now.
and mess with minds.
You know, the
Ash
power of friendship is
actually
the
tried to
strongest
punch
power
him,
in all of
it'd be
anime and
Mewtwo all over
cartoons
again.
and fiction
It's a
in
close
general.
call, but Yugi takes the edge in strategy.
So it all comes down to the monsters.
Yeah, Yugi had the
a
better
slightly
monsters.
larger pool of monsters, but Ashes can clear out island-wide storms, fight terraforming beasts, and are stronger than the black hole summoning Gardevoir.
However, Yugi's can rain down meteors, compete with larger black holes, and even the mid-tier scale to glow Neos, destroying that relativity field with a universe. And Herakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's whole multiverse, surpassing even Solgaleo's Sunsteel Strike and Dialga's Roar of Time.
And Yugi had more than just monsters on the field. Ash's strength was also his weakness. His power was evenly spread, reliant only on his remaining Pokemon.
If Mr. Mime faints, no more psychic barriers.
Also,
if
I'm
you lost
surprised
Lucario,
Ash
no more
never
Mega
once
Evolution,
caught Mewtwo.
and so on. The
I'll
longer
be
the
honest,
battle
for
went,
as long
the less
as
Pokemon
Pokemon has
Ash
been
had.
going on,
And he did not
if
have a
as
reliable
popular
way to bring them back.
of a Pokemon
He doesn't
Mewtwo
carry
is, I'm also
revives
surprised
on
as
him.
well.
And even then, reviving Pokemon
It would
in
make
anime
sense,
is
but-
entirely different from the games.
I know I
Meanwhile,
would.
Yugi had cards like
I
Mirage
would.
Ruler and Monster Reborn that could instantly recall powers.
Matter of fact, I
he's
wouldn't even
lost.
catch
And
Mewtwo.
he
I'll
can,
shoot him.
You
Fuck
know,
all that.
ban
If I
Fate
can't
to
have you,
draw
no one
whatever
can.
card he wants, and we didn't even cover them all. Really, Yugi's deck has no pathetic cards.
Exactly. Yugi's versatility and power swept Ash's options, giving his monsters the lead. He just needed the
Yeah,
right moment.
I kind
to
of
knock Ash
realized
stone
that
cold.
Yugi had
That
the
was
better
a good
monsters.
attempt at a pun, Wiz. You might not think it's Pharaoh, but Ash got Yugi owned.
The winner is Yugi Muto.
Does that technically count? Because I said the Ash was gonna win, but I changed my mind. Stay
Death
tuned
Battle
for
will be
Death
back in 2026. But right now, you can check out our brand new channel.
All
It's
right.
called Nightly Brew, and we're playing Dungeons and Dragons, Blood on the
So-
Clock Tower, and other games.
All right, so that's pretty much that. Okay, that was the last Death Battle of the season. So that's actually kind of crazy. Yeah, that was the last Death Battle of the season. That's actually kind of crazy. Boomstick corny ass. I mean, all of them are kind of corny, to be honest with you. But I mean, it's Death Battle, so you know. But yeah, that was the last Death Battle of the season. That was a pretty crazy Death Battle, honestly. Does that technically count as me being right? Because technically, I said the Ash was gonna win, but then I realized mid Death Battle I was probably wrong, so I changed my mind. But I feel like that I don't know, that counts as me being right or not. I don't know. We need more anime. I'm gonna see we need more anime Death Battles next season. We're definitely gonna get a lot of those. I don't exactly know when the anime not anime. I don't exactly know when the Death Battle is gonna return. One of the confirmed fights is Jits versus Nero. It's confirmed. How do you know this? Oh, well, you probably know this from like other live streams of Death Battle I've probably done. My question though is that does anyone actually know when Death Battle is going to return back in 2026? And the reason why I'm asking is because it's probably going to take them a minute to return back because now that they're no longer being sponsored by Rooster Teeth, I like to imagine it's probably going to take them a lot longer to kind of make videos. I don't know. I don't know when they're going to return back in 2026. Hopefully they return back at least before summertime. So yeah, but that was a cool Death Battle. I feel like that if I was a bigger fan of both franchises, I would probably be like that was the best Death Battle of the season. But I'm not though. I'm not. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like. Well, let me ask y'all: if y'all was a big fan of both franchises, would y'all say that this was the best Death Battle of the season? Because honestly, I don't think so. I think the best Death Battle of this season is probably Godzilla versus Hulk. That's probably the best one. But this one was like really cool though. This one was I think this one probably was like the second best to be honest. So, just right here. Hang on, let me see. He says confirmed. Hang on. I did not mean to do that. Listen? How the fuck do you use Reddit? Give me Gar versus Crocodile. How the fuck do you? How the hell do you use Reddit? Listen. I'm not a redditor, so I don't even know how the fuck you even use Reddit. Do I just scroll? I don't know. Listen, I'll take your word for it though. I'll take your word for it now. Give me Gar vs Crocodile. I think Gar vs Crocodile would be a great death battle. Didn't I already do that? I think they did that, but it was a 1 minute death battle. It was like a real death battle. Give me Luffy versus somebody. I think it's the super long overdue since Luffy since Luffy was supposed to be in Death Battle. I feel like they need to get Luffy in Death Battle now, and then most likely when One Piece ends, Luffy's gonna get another power up, and then when One Piece ends, they can bring him back. Luffy versus Deku? Oh hell no, Luffy would fuck over Deku. No, I'm thinking more or less of like either Luffy versus Naruto or Luffy versus Mr. Fantastic. I would probably prefer Luffy versus Mr. Fantastic, honestly. Luffy versus Natsu wasn't not. Well, I was gonna say wasn't Natsu already in Death Battle, but so was a lot of other people. I don't. I would much prefer Luffy versus Naruto, but well, I would prefer Luffy versus Naruto before Luffy versus Natsu. But ideally, I would want to see Luffy versus Luffy versus No, fuck no. Luffy versus Plastic Man. Oh hell no. Plastic Man is definitely gonna win that. I would prefer Mr. Fantastic. I think Mr. Fantastic is the more popular stretchy guy between those two. And then on top of that, I think Luffy will probably stand a better chance against Mr. Fantastic than what he would Plastic Man. So but yeah. I would like to see Luffy versus Mr. Fantastic. I would like to see that. They talked about mythological Zeus versus mythological Odin. I would like to see that death battle happen. Who else would I like to see happen? I don't know. Those are definitely two of the death battles that I wouldn't mind seeing. To be honest with you, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, also, I would like for Sasuke to return back to death battle. Sasuke is my favorite anime character ever. He lost against Hiei. So I would love to see Sasuke return. Who would Sasuke fight? I really don't know, but I would love to see Sasuke fight somebody. Luffy versus was Captain Marvelous? No, no. I don't think those would be good matchups. I think, I think it is Luffy versus Mr. Fantastic. I would say Luffy versus somebody like else who stretches, but like everyone else who stretches, it's just kind of like yeah. Guru versus Mega Mouse confirmed for 2026. I was gonna say, wasn't that supposed to be a death battle supposed to drop this season? But I guess not. So hang on. Human Torch versus Firestorm. Um, I think that actually be a really good death battle. Firestorm probably win that, but February probably. If Death Battle could return back in February, that'd be great. But it's probably not going to be that quick. Aang versus Traveler is confirmed too. Really, I don't even like Genshin Impact like that. So, problem is Luffy stretching powers is the most creative and versatile against other users. Yeah, I mean to a certain extent. Because, I mean, Plastic Man can literally just turn into what anything he fucking wants, really. So, the thing about Luffy versus other people that stretches is that, honestly, it's gotten to a point to where, like, Luffy's, like, greatest abilities has nothing to do with him stretching at all, you know? Light Yakami versus Columbus confirmed for 2026. Really? What the fuck is Light gonna do? Like, Light couldn't even beat A on a fight. Anyways, all right, guy. I'm gonna end both these live streams. Let me end the YouTube live stream first, so you guys can watch this death battle anytime. So let me end the YouTube live stream. Make sure you guys subscribe to YouTube.